the reason why they're down in this game. So I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here of the first drive and second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration. Speeding down the right side. Loading inside the 20. Touchdown!
You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Brown has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Dampier. Caught. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. They talk all down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Some fresh air. Fighting off the defender. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Caught over the middle, it's Craven. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The handoff to Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now. And this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. They're trailing by 10 to USC. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
substitution from the back. Back to throw, it's Dampier. That's reeled in, it's Humphries. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Balls and fires complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gets the back moving. Toss sweep to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think the OC would have been really happy. Small gain and an easier third down, but how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down, and shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Here we go. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Muscling ahead on third and short. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on fourth down.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And into the end zone, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Jesse, it can't go worse than last time. Threw a pick on the first play.
No, it's certainly.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Still on his feet. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
A first down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looking to throw again. With the catch, it's Morton. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream.
Turning it on!
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Frazier. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Finds his man, it's Perry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Unleashes one. Finds space on the right. There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
To throw, it's Baker. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He's got him. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.